Oh, hey everybody. Hi. It's cold out here. My glasses are fogging up. Trying a couple of different things today. I'm going back to this 2-camera thing to try it out. See how that goes. I haven't worked with that in DaVinci yet, so give it a go. Anyway, I'm not usually like a review type person, but I did spend a shit ton of money on heated gear. And it's actually, I don't know if you can see it all. I'm tied to my bike, so I can't really get up and move around. But it plugs into the bike, and it's from Gears Canada. And I think it's the Gen X 4 version of the jacket. And same with the glove liners. I have heated liners inside these gloves. And I've only taken them out once. I did do like a shift change, and I really fucked my back up again, so I haven't been riding this bike at all. But so let's take it for a rip and see how it goes. I've taken it once to go to the gas station. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a fucking faff to get all this shit on. I feel like a kid going to play in the snow. It took me like an hour to get my shit dressed. And I did have over gloves to go over top of my riding gloves, and but it's such a pain in the ass to put on. And I was overheating so bad I just had to get going. So, so I'm up here at Myra Canyon. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. I do have to work tonight. But I just wanted to try this stuff out and let you know how it goes. Preview, I think it's gonna be a game changer. But the problem I have is I'm a pretty extreme worrywart. So before, what I was worrying about was my batteries and how long they would last and how many extras I have and what I'm gonna do if they run out and how long it takes to charge them. And yeah, because the batteries took a long time to charge and they didn't last very long, and it didn't really seem warm enough. So with this kit that I got here, you can plug it into the bike and you can run it forever, and it goes way hotter. The jacket has like heated linings in the collar and in the sleeves and in the front and the back. Like, it's really warm. The gloves are really great too. I'm actually gonna turn it on. And there's 7 settings. I find about 4 is pretty good for the jacket. 5 or 6 is pretty good for the gloves, because I don't have any wind protection with my summer gloves. But my concern is draining the electrical system on my bike, because it's a pretty little bike, and my dealership said it doesn't really have a lot of extra energy to spare. So that's a concern. So when I was stopped idling, I kind of turned it off. I turned it back on just now. And yeah, that's just the only worry that I have. Not such a worry on Masami. I think he's got a little bit bigger of an electrical system. But I do worry about it on this bike. Where did that go? And funny enough, I told myself I wasn't going to go up to the woods today because it's been raining like crazy. And I'm like, oh, all these holes will be filled with water and there's probably snow up there. But here I am. So I don't know, I have problems keeping myself out of this shit. Which is why I bought a Yoshi. But so far, like, I feel the warmth in my belly. I feel it on my back. My hands aren't freezing. So all in all, like, I'm happy with it. But also it was really expensive. And it's bulky. And being tied to the bike sucks. So I went to get off it and I was like, fuck, I can't go anywhere because I'm tied to my bike. So you have to unplug it, and like, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of cords and shit. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I mean, you can't have it all, right? So you got to take the negative parts with the positive parts, and the positive parts is that my body is toasty, and I have just a very thin merino wool base layer, the Gears jacket, and look at this bombed out shite, and just another like merino wool light sweater over top, and then my riding jacket. So it's, in that way, it's not cumbersome, as cumbersome as wearing all those damn layers. So, but yeah, even on my tour, when I went away in July and I was on Masami and it was raining and it was cold and it was kind of shitty, like something like this to have in your kit would have made it so much better, because my little battery-powered heated shirt wasn't cutting it. And I think that would be okay to bring camping and to use that when you're at camp and just chilling out. Because it almost makes everything more like a heated seat. It just has kind of heated pads in the back. But then you kind of need to be leaning against something to feel it. Whereas I got this jacket a little snug, so it actually wraps around me a little tighter. Holy, look at the size of this puddle. I don't know, man. Going around the outside. Like the slowest rider on the planet. Anybody want to do a slow bike race? But yeah, as long as my electrical system holds out, and that's the funny thing, the people at Gears Canada is like, oh, our stuff is super efficient, like we build it that way on purpose, like 200cc bike and a 500cc bike, you should have no problem. But then my dealership and everyone on the TW forums were like, I wouldn't do it. So what I did get for my little peace of mind was like a portable jump pack. So if I do kill my battery, at least I can jumpstart myself. But on this TW, there's 2 bolts you have to undo to take the seat off to get to the battery, so everything's a pain in the ass, honestly. Why can't I just ride and have someone come pick up my bike and fix it for me and make sure everything's great? That's what I need. A bike maintenance genie. But it really feels good to get back out on my bike. Holy. Work's been really tough. Something's going on here. We got a caution sign. It does look a little nasty. Holy. Look at all that, hey? Something gone, done, washed out or something. Oh, that's wild. I don't know how I accidentally turned on my radio. Apparently this path goes all the way out to a trestle. I honestly don't know if I'm going to go that far today. But yeah. Something else I'm trying today is, and I'm nervous about it because flat tires fucking scare the shit out of me with a tube in there. But I'm running some pretty low pressures on my tires because a lot of people saying that these really big fat tires actually help make up for some of the lack of suspension. And I noticed a lot of stuff is really jarring. So I'm running 12 pounds in the back tire and 13 in the front. And it did seem a little squidgy on the road up here. But even things like, and don't get me wrong, the washboards are still terrible, but it seems to be a little bit better. They don't seem to be bouncing off the rocks as much. But what I want to try and find is that happy medium where I don't really have to fuck with my air pressure. Like, it's good on the street and it's good on off-road. It's probably not ideal for either, but it's not terrible at both. It's kind of where I want to go with it. Because I don't really want to mess around with that. But I was listening to an episode of Adventure Rider Radio the other day, and it was all about changing tires and dealing with flats and fixing punctures. And the episode was an hour and a half, and plugging tubeless tires was like a minute to 2 minutes of the whole podcast. And they're like, yeah, throw a plug in there, pump it up. And man, just the hassle you got to deal with tubes and taking the wheel out and spacers and reassembly and calipers and lube and tools and like all the fuck, man. I need a support truck just to change my fucking tires. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't want to experience a puncture. I don't have the skill to change it. It's something I need to do, like in my garage at home. But it's intimidating. I don't want to pinch my tube and then make it worse, you know, like, oh yeah, hey, you gotta change my tire, and then I give myself a flat, and then I don't know. So, I know you can convert these wheels to tubeless with like marine like adhesive and stuff like that, and just special tape and all that. So it can be done. I don't know how reliable it is. I think tubeless wheels are just so much easier to deal with. It's fairly pretty out here, hey? I haven't been out this way in so long. Honestly, the last time I was out this way, I was a teenager on a dirt bike. Wasn't even 16 because I didn't ride my dirt bike after I got a car. The first section is pretty hairy. This part seems pretty okay. But wow, yeah, having this heated jacket is really nice. My body has never felt this warm in the wintertime riding a bike before. Like, it's I think it was worth the price jump from the heated shirt. Like, the heated shirt I got on the wasn't honestly a heck of a lot cheaper as like individual pieces. Like, I think that shirt was like $140 or $150 or something, and this jacket was $200. Honestly, the extra $50, so like you can feel it. Like, my torso is so toasty, and I think I'm only on level 4. I still have 3 levels I can boost it up to. And that having your core warm keeps your legs warm, and it helps keeps your hands warm. Yeah. I'm even riding with my visor open, so it's because everything fogs up so bad. It is making my nose runny, so sorry. Whoops, a little bit of snow. Yeah, that's a pretty sight. Yeah, I would like to show you what my heated gear looks like, but I'm honestly not going to stop and get undressed. It's a big hassle. I'll throw in a picture or something so you can see it. But yeah, I mean, it's not stylish or anything, but the jacket is like like I don't know what kind of material it is, but it's like it has like a windbreaker-y kind of feel to it. So I think it also helps block the wind a little bit, which is nice. And these glove liners are great. They just plug into the sleeves of the jacket, and you can control the heat on them separately. And I can still fit my summer gloves over top of them. That way I have way more dexterity than I did with my winter gloves. The problem isn't why I got the over gloves is because these summer gloves aren't waterproof, so if it was raining and I had my heated gloves on, I could probably like fry something by getting them wet. So they do recommend to put something like a waterproof glove over top of them. But I don't know. I was looking at these Arrow Stitch 3-finger gloves. So they put these 2 fingers in like their own separate little thing, and then you have a thumb. And I've heard they're great, and they looked really cool. But they were like $120 American. And I was like, I don't fucking think so. And I found something similar on a Canadian website from a different company, but all they had was small. And so I went with these other ones with all fingers that have all 5 fingers. So as I was saying, it was a real pain in the ass to get them on when I had 2 other pairs of gloves on already. So not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to get some waterproof riding gloves to wear over top these liners. Or, maybe just say fuck the riding gloves and wear the liners and the waterproof layer cover. I don't know. That seems a little dangerous, but so is really, really cold, wet hands. It's not safe either. So it's tough. Gotta draw that balance. Keep an eye on the time. I could be out here for days. Just a little further, because I want to go down here. This is pretty. Well, here we are. We did make it to the trestle. That's really cool. Motorized vehicles yield to foot traffic. I guess I'm allowed on there. Anybody want to join me to be the first people to make tracks in the snow? Come on, Yoshi! Here we go. Yeah, I totally remember riding across this as a teenager, even younger. And there was like big gaps in so you'd be like going over the rail trials like duck, 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 duck. And it was scary because there was no guardrails on the side. And I had a friend who's such a wicked rider. That he would actually do a catwalk all the way across this trestle, turning. Guy was a maniac. Such a good rider. Now his wife won't let him have a bike. Yeah, that's what you get. Pretty, hey? It still gives me vertigo, but not nearly as bad as when there was no rails on here, that's for sure. Fuck, I'd crawl around here on my hands and knees. Hey? That's pretty cool. Well, let's hope he can start again. Wouldn't that be great? Fuck, that's a nice shot, hey? Ah, very cool. Yeah, so this part's kind of a pain. having to plug in all this shit. And I have all this extra wire, and you can see here, part of it looked like it was starting to melt last time I rode. So this time what I'm doing is just kind of tucking that under the seat. And I got this clipped on here, but I'm thinking if I get a tank bag, I can clip it onto the tank bag. That might make it more convenient. And Masami's is back here, his tender lead. So he's actually a little bit more out of the way. Woo! Little bit of snow. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the end of this trestle and bust a nut and head back. But yeah, I don't know, this is a pretty lax review of the Gears Canada heated gear. Gloves and jacket, and fucking aces, Bubba. That's all I gotta say. They're really good. They do have their downsides in terms of fappiness, but at the end of the day, I would be a heck of a lot colder, bundled up in a heck of a lot more shit if I didn't have it right now. So my hands would be really cold because I did a little rip one day on the KVR and my hands were freezing. I stopped a few times just to warm it up on the engines. All right. You want to come across with me again? Let's go across again, and then I'll let you go. I've never ridden my bike in the snow before, honestly. So this is new for me. But this is one of the reasons I got this little T-dub, is this stuff is very low intimidation factor. Whereas sliding sideways on Masami would scare me a lot, especially up on something like this. Look at the size of that fatty tire, hey? Yoshi, you're part snowmobile, part ATV, part Jeep. You're a cool little bike. There's my little, like, swoon. Cool. Well, it was just a little rip to test out my gear, go for a ride, get out of the house, de-stress, all those good things that motorcycles do for us. And to be able to do it and stay warm at the same time, even when there's snow on the ground, I have to say that's game changing. So if you're looking for heated gear, I would have to recommend it. I think it feels really warm, and I'm really enjoying that part of it. There's nothing really besides the path. Like, getting ready sucks. Once you're out riding, it's fine. And like I said, they even sell a battery kit for this bike, but the battery lasts an hour and a half. Fuck. Like, my battery would be dead right now. Like, that sucks. So it's cool not to have to worry about that. And so far, he seems to start after I've been plugged in, so I guess time will tell when I'm driving further. But when I'm driving further, it'll be summertime and I probably won't need it, so you know. I'm also thinking about getting a lithium-ion battery, and you can get a boosted stator for this bike. And I did change all the lights to LED bulbs to free up some power too. So those are things. So I think it'll be okay. I don't know. We'll find out. Ultimate review to follow after some more testing. But yeah, these first couple of rides, it's been really good. I like it. Get some heated gear and get out there. Don't let this white stuff stop your season. I never thought that my Prolly's possum totos would be the chilliest thing on me. Because those socks work just about as good as battery-powered socks, in my experience. So get yourself some Prolly's, get yourself some heated gear, and get yourself some motorcycle therapy. Really works. Alright, I'll have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time if I've got energy to do something. Take care. Bye.